On today's tax update, we'll take a look at the major cause of delayed tax refunds for over 2 million taxpayers and is still likely causing problems. We also finally have an update from the IRS on the remaining backlog of unprocessed tax returns and amended returns, while checking on the ongoing situation of tax refunds being issued and then sent back to the IRS, as well as step-by-step instructions on how to access those tax transcripts. Recapping what is left of the remaining backlog of unprocessed tax returns, as the newest update from the IRS has that now at 1.41 million returns remaining. The majority of them, 1.3 million, are e-file returns and those requiring special processing, and paper returns are now down 107,000 left. These numbers are a combination of returns filed this year and last year. Also a reminder that Where's My Refund will not always give the most up-to-date information when it comes to refund results, so make sure to check your tax transcripts. Now, for those viewers who still don't know how to access those transcripts, we'll be providing step-by-step instructions later on in this video to help. On amended returns, we also finally received an update on those numbers, with the total amount of remaining amended returns now down to 1,040,000, and it's likely that number will be below 1 million once the next update is released. However, no change in the average processing time for these returns, which is between 5 to 7 months. Also a reminder for those amended return filers, Where's My Refund will not work for you, and you must use the Where's My Amended Returns section of the IRS website, but also for you to check those tax transcripts for a better source of up-to-date information on your return status. The ongoing situation of tax refunds being returned back to the IRS after being issued continues to impact taxpayers, including a number of our viewers. The consistent questions being asked for those impacted is why and when will they receive that refund by paper check in the mail, and the answers all depend on the situation. If the IRS issues you a direct deposit tax refund, after which point the tax processor TPG or your bank returns it back to the IRS to be sent out as a paper check, you're going to fall into one of two categories. If it is returned to the IRS without an indicated issue, the refund will be reissued as a paper check, usually within 4 to 6 weeks to your address on file. However, if the refund is sent back as flagged, then that's where the potential long waits can happen, where according to the IRS, it could take more than 4 months to resolve and reissue that refund. If the refund is sent back under the External Leads program, then it goes to the IRS's Return Integrity Verifications Unit for closer review. Now, if your refund is substantially more than what it was in previous years, you may fall into this category, or if you're claiming a credit you have not done so in previous years, especially the fuel tax credit, then you're likely more than impacted by this situation. Now, as we previously reported, one of the major causes for refund delays has been the need to complete ID verification, and we've long reported that there are those of you still waiting on your refunds who are not aware this is the cause of your delay. And finally, this week we have discovered how many were affected and may continue to be. The National Taxpayer Advocate released this week that 4.8 million tax returns last year were flagged for ID theft and frozen as a result, for potential ID theft, I should say, at which point those impacted by this were asked to complete ID verification, and that 2.5 million of those did not respond to that ID verification request. Now, out of the 2 million that did respond, a little over 250,000 were deemed fraudulent, so it can be said that many of those 2.5 million who did not respond are actually legitimate taxpayers filing returns. So the newest recommendation from the National Taxpayer Advocate is if you're still waiting on your tax refund from last year, and even those of you who filed this year and are still waiting, you may need to complete ID verification before your refund is in fact released. We do have some viewers here who did not verify their identity nor made any attempt to see if this is the cause of their problem, so it continues to be said that many of these refund delays will not resolve themselves, and that it may be important for you to take action to determine what is the cause of that delay. Now, among those who didn't verify, obviously those included are individuals filing tax returns they should not be, and they often abandon their attempt to claim that fraudulent refund. For those legitimate taxpayers impacted by this, they may never have received that ID verification letter in the mail, which happened many times last year and this year, whether it was lost in the mail, or they moved and never updated their address, or did not understand the letter, or could not get through the IRS phone line to complete. So the recommendation at this point continues to be contacting either the IRS customer service line or taxpayer advocate to determine if this is a cause of your delay and to have that ID verification letter reissued to you. And in most cases, you can complete the ID verification process online, but you will need that letter to begin the process because it does contain information such as a control number you will need to log in. Once you complete the process, it can take up to 9 weeks for that refund to be issued. Now, if you become a victim of identity theft and someone else files a tax return under your name and social security number, it is taking the IRS over 1 year to resolve, so until then, no tax refund can be issued as a result. One step you can take to prevent that from happening is creating an ID protection PIN, which will be used for future filings and that you and the IRS will only know. You can generate a PIN on the IRS website for future use. And if you're a confirmed victim of tax-related identity theft, the IRS will automatically issue you a new IP PIN each year and mail that out in the CP01A notice. Tax transcripts usually providing the most up-to-date information on your tax returns compared to Where's My Refund on the IRS website. We still have viewers who are continuing to ask how to access those tax transcripts, so we're going to provide step-by-step instructions. First, you will want to go to the IRS website at irs.gov and click the Sign into Your Account option on the O page as seen here. Once you reach the Your Online Account page, click on the blue box that says Sign into Your Online Account as seen here. From there, if you have an existing IRS account, simply click the Sign In option. Now, if you've never created an IRS account, you will need to begin the process by clicking on the ID.me Create an Account button and proceed with the registration steps. Make sure to have a valid photo ID available, and the process should take just a few minutes. Once you have created an account, simply log in. Once you're logged in, you will be taken to your account homepage. Click on the View Tax Records, which will be on the right-hand side of your screen as seen here. On the Tax Records page, click on the blue Get Transcript button under the heading Get Transcripts Online. On the Get Transcript page, select an option you need a transcript using the scroll-down menu and click on Federal Tax. No customer file number is necessary, and then click Go. From there, choose the year 2022 under Record of Account Transcript. Now, for some, in particular paper filers who have not had their return processed yet, you may encounter NA in place of the tax year as seen on the left-hand side of the screen, meaning your return is still not into the system. Now, for those who do see the tax year, click on that. From there, the system will generate the most up-to-date tax transcript, similar to what you see here. Those 3-digit codes on the left are often important, and there are many codes as a result. Some of these codes can indicate a particular issue, so it's very important to check. Ultimately, what you want to see is the 846 code, which indicates the IRS has issued you that tax refund. Thank you to all our viewers, including those who donate to the channel by clicking the special thanks button below. It's very much appreciated, and it really helps us provide this content throughout the year, even beyond tax season. Also, let us know in the comment section below about your ongoing tax issue. You can also email us any questions at askuivlogs@gmail.com. Some people have been asking to send in documentation for questions they have. Please make sure you mark out any private information, identifying information that's for your security. In the meantime, we'll keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.